Alright, just picked up a PlayStation 3 recently, and I'm going through my download history with my old PSN account, and oh no, not that game. Well, I call it a game, but it's actually more like an app. A really bad one. I found this one back in 2009. I was bored one night and had a little bit of money left over on my PSN account, so I decided to browse the PlayStation Store for any cheap and interesting titles. When I read the part of the description that said create dynamic artwork in real time, it sounded cool, so I went ahead and bought it. Unfortunately, that description was a little misleading though. When you boot the game up, you get this little demo mode that has some pretty cool music in the background. You can also see that someone was on some really good drugs when they created this. Anyways, if you sit through the entire 3 or 4 minutes, you get a trophy. So the main purpose of this game is to be able to use your own music to make dynamic artwork. So let's choose something here. I don't want to risk a copyright strike here on YouTube, so I will use some royalty-free music. Let's use my old intro. So now that we got some music going, we can start pressing buttons to manipulate the audio and video. The controls are really simple. The left stick will zoom in and out, the right one cranks its head or body around depending on the situation. The face buttons are used for changing the effect and also for combos. You can then use the L2 button to make the character's head turn into a balloon or elephant, and L1 returns it to normal. And the R2 button messes with the sound, and R1 returns it to normal. Oh, and you also use the 6-axis to move the camera, which is really annoying and hard to control. Graphics look decent. Nothing amazing, but nothing truly awful. There are some really neat trippy effects sometimes. Unfortunately, this is the only screen the game has, so you can imagine how limiting it is. So yeah, it's about as interactive as gluing some action figures to a table. Sure, you can still move the top half around a bit, but there's only so much you can do with them. And we've actually seen everything the game has to offer and gotten all of the trophies. Well, except for the demo mode, which I edited out of the video. So if you're a trophy whore looking for 10 cheap and easy trophies, here you go. When I originally bought this back in 2009, it took 20 minutes to download and then only 10 minutes to finish it. The game did only cost $3 or $4, but still felt like a ripoff. The people over at the product should be paying me $4 to store this piece of crap on my hard drive. It might be cool to throw in for a party or something, but even then I see people losing interest after about 15 minutes. Really a terrible game, and one that I would not recommend to anyone. And that will do it for this one. As always, I want to thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you next time.